Hello everyone, my name is Sachin Sharma and I am from NIT Warangal, and today topic is a operating system. We are going to cover every topic about operating system, and we will continue our operating system series from A to Z, okay, from basic to advanced. And purpose of this series is placements. First purpose is a placement, and any company, product type, service type, any company, okay, which will going to ask you about the operating system, we are going to cover this. And second purpose is a gate exam, okay, and third purpose is a college theory exam. So we will cover everything. Everything means every topic, subtopic, okay, with a time constraint manner, okay, in a limited time. So I will cover maximum output in a minimum time, okay. So why you should watch this series? So you should watch this series because of, if you want A to Z operating system guide, okay, so you should watch this series. And I written the topics and subtopics. Yeah, so I am going to uh, explain you what we are going to cover in this series, okay. So first chapter will be going to a operating system. So what is a operating system, types of operating system, functions of operating system, and what are the importance type, what are the advantage and disadvantage of operating system, which type of operating system is used now with the real life examples, okay. Second chapter is going a process. What is a process, types of a process, what are the states of a process, like ready state, run state, termination conditions, and new state, okay, like this. And we will going further study the architecture of a process, okay, and what is a heap area, or data memory segment, okay, stack segment, etc. And next topic will be going to how the process is created, how the operating system create a process, and how the communication is happening between the processes. So we will cover everything about the process in this chapter, okay. So third chapter is a system calls. So what is a system call, why we need a system call, where we need a system call, types of a system call, what is a fork calls, okay, you hear this. And what are the real life example, how the communication is happen through the system calls, okay. So we will cover everything about the system call in this chapter. Next chapter is a threading. What is a threading, why threading important, and types of a threading, what is the difference between the multitasking and multi-threading, what is a user type threading and kernel type threading. So everything we will cover in this chapter about the threading. And there are a lot of topics, subtopics about threading, so we will cover everything, why it is so important, okay. And next chapter is a kernel. And what is a kernel, why kernel, how kernel works, types of a kernel, what are the advantage and disadvantage of a types of a kernel, what is a how the communication is happening by a kernel, okay. So we will cover everything about the kernel in this chapter. Next chapter is a CPU scheduling. So you know, get aspirant know, and placement people knows how it is important, this chapter. And chapter is a CPU scheduling. What is a CPU scheduling, why we need a CPU scheduling, and where we need a CPU scheduling, what is a dispatcher, and what are the different type of scheduling algorithm, like FIFO, LJF, round robin, shortest job first, highest response ratio next, etc. What is a starvation, what is a aging concept, we will going to cover in this chapter, okay. Next chapter is a synchronization, okay. So next chapter is synchronization. In this chapter we will cover what is synchronization, what are the concurrency, what is a critical section, what is a race condition, and what are the conditions to be what are the conditions to be used to achieve a synchronization, types of a synchronization, like OS type, hardware type, software type, programming type, and what are the standard problems about the synchronization, okay, like producer, consumer, philosopher, okay, like this. What are the semaphores and mutex, how the we achieve the synchronization, okay. We will cover everything about the synchronization in this chapter. And next chapter is a deadlock. What is a deadlock, how deadlock is happened, what are the necessary conditions of a deadlock, what are the prevention condition, what are the avoidance conditions, and in avoidance condition you hear the Venka's theorem, we will cover this, and what is a resource allocation graph, so how the resources and process are looking like. So we will cover everything in this deadlock chapter. Okay, so next chapter is a memory management technique. So in this chapter we will cover everything about the how the allocation deallocation inside the memory. Okay, so what is a fixed partition, what is a variable partition, what is a continuous and non-continuous memory, what is a compaction, what is a paging, multi-paging, inverted paging, and segmentation paging. Okay, and how the portion of a memory is allocated using the best space, worst space, and etc. Next we will cover the fragmentation, what is internal fragmentation, what are the external fragmentation, how we can eliminate this. So everything about the memory management we will cover in this. Okay, what are the logical addresses, what are the physical addresses, how the communication and allocation is happening inside the memory, we will cover in a memory management technique. So next chapter is a virtual memory. So how it is work, what is a demand paging, what are the full steps to cover to happen in a virtual memory, what is a full cycle, and what is a thrashing, and how thrashing affect, and what is the degree of multi-programming in a virtual memory, what are the advantage and disadvantage of a virtual memory, what are the replacement policies in a virtual memory like LRU, FIFO, MRU, optimization, etc. So we will going to cover everything about the virtual memory in this chapter. Okay, and next chapter is a IO scheduling. So we will cover everything about the IO scheduling in this chapter. What is a scan, look, FIFO, C scan, C look, shortest seek time first, etc. Everything about IO scheduling we will cover in the chapter. What are the advantage and disadvantage of each scheduling algorithm we are going to cover and see the examples also. And last chapter is what are the frequent question asked in different interviews, like what, how the booting is happening, how the when we power on the system, what is going to happen first. So everything we will cover in this chapter, what are the frequent questions. And for example, another question is what is the difference between the 32-bit and 64 bits. Okay, and what is open source, etc. Everything we will cover in the chapter. Okay, so this is the theory, and this is the blueprint, or you can say indexing, what we are going to cover in the operating system. First is the operating system chapter, second is the process, third is the system call, fourth is the thrashing, fifth is the kernel, sixth is the CPU scheduling, seven is the synchronization, eight is the deadlock, nine is the memory management technique, 10 is the virtual memory, 11 is the IO schedulings, and 12 is the extra questions, frequent asked questions. So believe me, everything we will cover in this chapter. And if you are searching for placements, theory exam, gate exam, if you want a full guidance over operating system in a limited time, okay, so you should watch this series. Okay, thank you.